Thank you for the moment. Now en route to the final, both women have steadily grown into the championship. Coming into the tournament, Kim Clijsters was the hot favourite to take the title. Round 1, Martina Müller, the German qualifier, for the loss of just 3 games. So into round 2, Fabiola Zuluaga of Colombia up next. The first set was a tussle, the second set was a breeze. Round 3, and the first seeded opponent for Clijsters, number 30 seed Ai Sugiyama from Japan. No problems. Yet again, straight sets for the number 4 seed. Round 4, and Maria Vento Capci for the loss of just 1 game. So through 4 rounds, Clijsters yet to drop a set, but in the quarter-finals, Venus Williams struck first. Clijsters, though, hitting back in sets 2 and 3. So into the semi-finals, and this was an absolute beauty. The match of the championship so far. Clijsters having match points in the second set, somehow Sharapova hitting back. Clijsters claiming the match 6-3 in the third, and afterwards she spoke with Elise Bergin.
Kim, you lose the 5 match points, lose that second set, but Sharapova takes that break after that second set. What are you telling yourself during that long break?
I think in a way that break was, was good for me too. It just got me, got me to refocus and just try to, start from 0 again and don't worry about, the match points. And obviously it's in your mind a little bit. But I felt in a way, what I was telling myself is that, it's not that I made bad errors. I think, I had to, she came up with better shots and in a way, just tried to refocus and just start from 0 and try to play better.
All right, your 5th Grand Slam final coming up. What will you lean on? What experiences will you lean on to take out in this final tomorrow?
I just have to, go out, and I think these last couple of matches have definitely helped me. I've beaten, the number 1 in the world, and I've beaten Venus a few days ago. So that's something that I'm going to take with me tomorrow, and I'm just going to go out there and go for it. After having my injury last year, this is, this definitely means a lot to be in another final.
You've got Mary Pierce. Tactically, how do you approach a match like this?
She's definitely playing a lot better than she was for the last 3 or 4 years or so. But I still, have to be aggressive. She hits the ball very fast as well, so I have to make sure that I move well and that I serve well.
Finally, how badly do you want this?
To win it would be great, I think. But it's still 1 match ahead, and just gonna focus on that and just go for it.
Good luck in the finals. Thanks.
Number 12 seed Mary Pierce started her campaign under the lights against Mara Santangelo of Italy. Straight sets for Pierce. Into round 2, Katarina Srebotnik up next. And again, straight sets, 6-3, 6-2. Pierce at this stage looking very good. Round 3, and number 17 seed Elena Jankovic pulled out of the set and 3-love down. So through to the 4th round, and still without the loss of a set. Up next, a repeat of this year's French Open final against Justine Henin-Ardenne. Pierce gaining revenge spectacularly in straight sets, 6-3, 6-4. An all-French affair, and Mary was too strong on the day for the number 3 seed Amelie Mauresmo in the quarter-finals, 6-4, 6-1. And Pierce into the semi-finals to face the number 16 Elena Dementieva, last year's runner-up. 3 gripping sets, Pierce winning 6-2 in the third, and after the match she spoke with Leif Shiras.
Mary, congratulations on your first U.S. Open final, down a set. How did you turn this match around?
Yeah, I'm so happy to be in the finals. It's amazing. My 2nd Grand Slam final of the year. It's unbelievable, and like I said earlier on the court, just when I finished my match, when I lost the first set and my leg is hurting and my back as well, I just thought of a friend back home who is sick, and she just really gave me the power to keep going.
Well, obviously you drew great inspiration. Is there any one part of your game that you can pinpoint for why you've been able to play championship tennis again?
Just being, well, first of all, really fit and having a great physical trainer from France who I've been working with for over a year, and then my brother is my coach as well, and You know, they know me well, they love me, they care about me, and that I think has made a big difference.
Will you be able to look at the French Open final earlier this year and learn something that you can use in the final here?
Well, I already kind of did that a little bit after the tournament, and especially when I had to play Justine again here. So, you know, this will be completely different tomorrow's final.
Best of luck to you.
Okay, thank you very much.
So we've got the two best players on hard courts this summer playing in the US Open final. That's got to say something, and it's very good for the series. One thing we do know, they're not really going to push the ball around, are they?
No.
It's going to be an absolute dust-up those first few games, and they're both very clear about what they're going to do. Tactics, don't think there'll be a lot of those. They just both are going to have to throw everything at it.
OK, as we speak, players walking out on the Arthur Ashe Stadium Court, the 109th women's singles final. Mary Pierce taking to the courts first, followed by Kim Clijsters. Big-time tennis this in New York. Under the lights, an evening final, prime-time television. Pierce against Clijsters. Women's singles final dominates proceedings this evening. Kim Clijsters against Mary Pierce. Both have had torrid times with injuries, Sam. In many ways, they've both been reborn, and this is the start of a new career.
Yes, it is. It's a strange thing what's happened to them both. I don't think we expected either of them to be playing this well at this stage in the year. It certainly surprised us. I kind of see this as a match-up between the girl next door and someone who's been described as a cross between Cleopatra and J-Lo. There's a lot for the crowd to get into. I think they can connect with these two. You've got to feel for Kim Clijsters. If she doesn't do it now, the questions are going to be asked, you know, has she really got the mentality to win? But on the other hand, I feel Pierce is drawing on some sort of almost karmic inner strength from somewhere, which is making her play this great tennis.
We talked at the start of our programme tonight, Sam, about the tactics at times, I suppose call them tactics, that Mary Pierce employs just to delay and upset the rhythm. A night crowd at Flushing is totally different to a day session crowd. They're rowdy, they get stuck in. If she does that tonight, do you think that they will let her know about it?
They will, because they kind of like Kim Clijsters. Even in Paris, where she's absolutely adored on that centre court there, they get cross with her for taking so long. I don't think it's tactical or cynical, it's just the way Mary plays. And as I said before, Mary's epitaph should be never knowingly rushed.
A winner, please.
I'm going to go for the girl next door,
Yes.
Kim Clijsters, but could be a battle.
Yeah, I am as well. I no disrespect to Mary Pierce, but I really hope that Kim Clijsters breaks her Grand Slam hoodoo tonight. So here we are then, the 109th Women's Singles Championship at the US Open. Under the lights at Flushing Meadows, a full house. Kim Clijsters against Mary Pierce, and in the commentary box for us, Elise Bergin is alongside Barry Mills. Good evening.
Good evening to you, Chris. What an atmosphere all around this arena. Great to see such a huge crowd in for this non-American US Open Championship final. But as you say, plenty of interest in both of these women. Personal interest in terms of what they've been through, what they're trying to achieve here. Lynn Welsh, the American umpire, overseeing proceedings. And I'm sure she won't get any trouble from these two. They are very friendly, both the players, and in fact it was nice to see as they stood for photographs at the start that Mary actually put her arm round Kim at the net, and so very happy to have got those formalities out of the way, and I'm sure we'll want to get underway very shortly. But as you can see, Kim straight sets comfortably through to the quarterfinals. Then the battles began, that big win against Venus Williams, and what a battle as well in the semis against Maria Sharapova, who, by the way, will be #1 after this fortnight because of Davenport's defeat in the quarterfinals. But Mary Pierce, well, she'll be back in the top 10 after her fortnight's work, and look at that, without dropping a set until the battle against Elena Dementieva from Russia. And it's a shame that there was obviously some ill feeling after that, and Dementieva feels that the time tactics were time-wasting ones. But to be fair to Mary, I think what Sam said had a lot of sense in terms of she got 2 injuries. You can see, well, you will see, perhaps not in that shot, but she does have her right thigh strapped up, Elise. And it will be a fascinating start to this, how well she does move, if there's any concern there. And of course, her first US Open final, but she is the proven champion. Clijsters is the one who's going for her first title.
Absolutely, and is destiny on Kim Clijsters' side tonight? You kind of have to think this may be her time. Mary Pierce, in my mind, has maybe been the better player throughout this event. She has just been tremendous. Barring that first set yesterday against Dementieva, she's been hitting more winners than making errors. She's been serving huge, and after that first set underwent what I thought was the greatest transformation I've ever seen on a tennis court. I don't know what was going on down there while she was getting all that treatment. I don't know, maybe from some stardust or something.
I mean, she said that, you know, she would never show disrespect to her opponent by trying to do any time wasting, any deliberate kind of tactic to employ that. She, you know, she's 30 years old. She's okay. She felt the back. She said she was feeling it from the start of the match. And she also pointed out, well, who won the first game of the second set? It was Dementieva, and she won it to love. So, you know, there was a lot of time for the Russian to come back. And if she did allow that to get to her, well, to be honest, she shouldn't have done.
Well, absolutely. And you have to go back to that first game of the second set because Dementieva won it, and Pierce looked slow, and then all of a sudden, as I said, an incredible transformation, not just physically, but emotionally.
So the first ever Frenchwoman to reach the US final, Mary Pierce at 30 years of age. Won the toss, elected to serve, and will start us right now.
In her semi-final, Mary Pierce started a little slow. She served first, she double faulted twice, and that set the tone for the first set. And you have to think that tonight she's got to be very conscious of starting off very quickly, getting those first serves in. Something like that.
10 years ago that she first lifted a major title at the Australian Open of 1995. 5 years later, won the French Open. Just wide. But that's the kind of point we're going to get plenty of. Well, both players hitting the ball so cleanly.
Clijsters wants to start making Pierce run from the get-go.
Well, that's the kind of shot she's going to have to keep hitting. When she gets on the move with the momentum on that drive to the net, the drive through the ball. I mean, it's great defense from the Belgian, but it's going to take that quality of shot. Some response though. Clijsters not far away from the ball, but there was nothing she could do to get there.
Pierce gets the short reply, and punishes that shot.
Just away. So the first use of the drop shot, and it doesn't pay off. Nick Bollettieri behind David Pearce, Mary's brother and coach. Always encouraging her. Such a part of her life. Half of her life played in Grand Slam arenas now. First ace.
Incredible ball striking from both players. But what is so critical, especially for Kim Clijsters throughout the night, is finding that middle ground. Can she turn defense into offense? And there, when that offensive position presented itself, she took it and hit that winner off the forehand.
First set.
Clijsters springing around this court. Her mother there on the left at the front.
What a change in tactics from Mary Pierce. The offensive powerhouse started looping, and
I think that point belongs to Mary. Wow.
well, that was an angry reply off the return from Pierce, but she knows she's got to start making something happen, and sees how deep that return is, and before Clijsters can get back. She saw how important that was yesterday in the third set with Sharapova when she was up 4-love, and it got a little tight. Without question, best point of the match for Mary Pierce.
Oh, it's long. She thought, oh yeah, I'll just run to the chair, and then she had to go back to the line.
But it doesn't take a long time for the tenor of the match to change, and in these couple of minutes, here you see Clijsters scrambling, but you also see Clijsters starting to make more mistakes.
Yes, the unforced errors have shot up to double figures now. And Pearce gets a second game in a row. Just one behind, 4-3. Well, that tested Pearce's leg, if anything did.
And nice clap of the racket from Mary Pierce because she knew it was a terrific point. Clijsters, great depth here. Look how far behind the baseline Pierce is, but nice movement from Mary. She's feeling just fine, but Kim's got that one covered. And now she follows it up with the good first serve, but run the risk of letting Pierce get grooved.
Better from the Belgian. Power play at its best from both of them. Clijsters there to finish it.
That's the second time this match Mary Pierce tried to loop, and Kim Clijsters didn't let her get away with it. And at both those points, she finished with big forehands. It's great stuff from Clijsters.
Her 16th unforced error, and it's 2 set points for Clijsters.
Clijsters will be looking to push her around off this second serve return. Get Pierce moving.
First set to the Belgian 4th seed. Not for the first time. 1 set away from a major title. Can she get it?
But give credit to Clijsters, making her think.
What was she doing there, really? Just popped it up, and Clijsters said, okay, thanks very much.
Right, well, this is a wing and a prayer, and this is not what Mary Pierce is good at. Not the little half volley. She's not a field player, a touch player. She's a power player. She likes to bludgeon you to death. And if she has to resort to touch and feel, that's trouble. Under pressure, making those mistakes, and trouble time, got to get out with the big serve. I think Mary Pierce needs the crowd to get into it more now also. She needs to hit some of these big screeching winners and get this crowd going, and they may help ignite her. Davenport, who hadn't played since Wimbledon. Sharapova had to default in LA, hadn't played this summer. That's a fabulous serve. Maybe trying to inspire Mary, the over 30 crowd. Mary at 30, Andre at 35.
Well, that's Pierce at a pounding vest. But again, it's a quickish point. Doesn't take too long to get it done. She applies the power from the serve and moves in well.
That's the big time tennis, as they call it, big babe tennis that you see from Pierce there. That's a screamer.
15.
Pierce motion to her right. Clijsters down the centre to her left, whizzing it past.
And that's what Clijsters hasn't let Mary Pierce do, get in any rhythm. Pierce plays a great point. What does Kim do? She serves an ace. And almost another one. This is a fabulous performance for Kim Clijsters, taking what she's getting from Pierce and creating things on her own when she needs to.
Another service winner sorts out that game.
Shades of Paris.
Hundreds of line judges in the crowd on that last one, but
The shades of Yvonne Lendl. Lendl, they said, choked in the big matches, couldn't do it, and finally he broke through and never looked back.
ace number 4. Some rally.
There can be a hiccup. You know, you just think that this is insurmountable. It's 5-1. I remember Clijsters losing a 5-1 lead to Serena, I believe, in Australia many years ago, but this would be stunning.
The Belgians already celebrating high up in the stands. Again, Pierce somehow keeps running, keeps hitting hard.
Just praying for a little nerves from Clijsters.
What an amazing rally. What a time to find the shot that she wanted at the end. Just over an hour they've been playing in the Arthur Ashe Stadium. And the time, Kim Clijsters, to get the job done. This for her first major singles title.
Well, you have to think maybe Clijsters should have taken a little more time. She just rushed up to that line to play that point. That's a point that's different than any other. Just take a couple seconds and get the job done. The adrenaline has to be just racing through her.
What must be going through her heart and her mind? Steady nerve now. Can she clinch it? This for the US Open crown. And it's in her hands at last. Joy unconfined all around. Her smile lights up this arena. And huge applause all around. Wonderful scene. At last she gets over the finish line first. And the family are thrilled at that, overcome with emotion. So deserving, really. Been one of the best players in the world for a number of years now, and to make that breakthrough at last, well, she should celebrate long into the night. Wonderful scenes, wonderful win for her, Elise.
Absolutely, utter jubilation. This may be the toughest part of the whole match for her, just standing up and getting into the box, but such a popular win for Clijsters as she's embraced by her coach, her mother, her family. The monkey is off her back. She's got that first Grand Slam win. This tournament, I remember Kim saying, when people were asking her, you know, are you too nice to win a Grand Slam? And she said, that's ridiculous. What a dumb comment. Roger Federer's nice and he can win, so can I. And she has now. And
now, Mary Pierce, you've had a great summer. You've had a terrific year, 2 Grand Slam finals. You're an inspiration at age 30, you know, for some of us older folks. Congratulations on your year.
Thank you.
You know the feeling. You've been here to receive the Champions Trophy. You know how your opponent tonight, no, you don't get it tonight, but at the French and Australia, you know the feeling. And so you can identify with your opponent tonight and how she must feel.
Definitely. Kim, congratulations. I'm so happy for you. You're such a sweet girl, and you're a fantastic player. You're really too good today, and you deserve to win. Congratulations.
Well said. And we'll see you at 31, I'm assuming, next year. You'll be back.
I hope so, Lord willing. I'll be back and healthy and hopefully do one better.
Right. Congratulations, Mary. Thank you. And now on behalf of the USTA, Arlen Cantarian will present our finalists with her trophy for the United States Open 2005. Two years ago, we stood here. Justine Enna Arden was the champion, and you had to look off in the distance. The 5th time was the charm. Congratulations, you are now a major champion.
Thank you. Thanks. It's still, very hard to believe, and just it's an amazing feeling to have. I think, especially after being out for so long last year, and it just means so much more, and that's why it's just amazing. I'm a little bit speechless.
So a year ago, you were watching on television. Where were you last year as you watched the final of this U.S. Open?
I was actually here. So I was watching. I was at the tournament. I was recovering as well, and I just started my first rehab and everything. So it was a little bit frustrating, but I'm very happy that's all in the past, and I'm standing here.
At 22, the champion of the United States Open. Congratulations, Kim. Oh, she wants to say, she's asked if she could say something else, and of course you can.
I'd just like to say a few words. Can I hold the microphone, or do you want to?
I'm
sorry.
Can I hold you?
Sure. I just want to thank Mary for all those kind words and you know, the kind words that she said just after the match. And you know, I've always, you know, when I was younger, I've been a great admirer of her when she was playing. You know, watched her win the Australian Open, and so. It's not just, you know, not just congratulations for you know, for reaching the finals here, but you know, for, you know, I think everybody can see how fit she looks and how much work she's put in, and you know, I hope to see you on the tour for a few more years. And then I would like to thank JP Morgan Chase, the main sponsor of the US Open. You know, this is such a great event for me to come back to, and I really you know, I really love playing here. I'm not going to you know, make it too long, but I just want to thank a few people in my box. My mom, thank you, Martin, Mark, my coach. It's been you know, it's been an amazing 3 years, and you know, a little bit up and down. Especially last year was a lot of down, but you know, this is definitely you know, back up. So I would like to thank Brian's family for coming out here and for supporting me. And then you know, a few words to you know, probably the two most important men in my life at the moment. My dad and Brian, they're watching at home, so you know, thank you for supporting me for everything. And then, last thing, you know, the fans here in New York. This is at a lot of Grand Slams. I don't watch you know, a lot of matches on TV, and here, you know, just to see how fired up the crowd gets and how much they get into their matches. It's incredible, and so you know, I'm sure all you guys see the Belgian flags out here as well, and I would like to thank all those. So you know, I'm just really looking forward to go home and to, you know, celebrate a little bit there with my friends and family and with all the people in Belgium. So thank you, and I'll see you next year.